So you probably expected to see Deacon Gary preaching this weekend, but he called in at about 2:30 sick. He can't talk, so he's not here, and he caught it from his wife. So it's all her fault, I guess, but whatever. So pray for Gary that he gets well. He won't be here much longer. He's headed to Florida end of this month, beginning of November. So pray that he recovers. So in the gospel today, we hear Jesus tell a parable to his disciples about praying always without becoming weary. Pray always. So somebody, since I had to make this up like right now, I'm going to use you. Somebody tell me something they've prayed for recently. It'll be a really long homily if nobody tells me something they've prayed for recently. Family, what specifically? Parents, are they sick or just in general? Just to keep them healthy, keep them going. Prayed for parents. Did God answer your prayer? Yes? Anybody else? Your son and daughter, are they in harm's way? So just praying for guidance. God answers your prayers? Absolutely. Somebody else said something. Prayed the plane would stay in the air. Patty flew for the first time in what, ever? In a long time, to Arizona and back, and the plane stayed in the air. And God answered your prayers, right? Okay, she's here. A friend who passed away. Okay. And do you think God answered your prayer?
Absolutely.
Okay, certain.
I pray a lot for my sons and daughters who have decided they don't have to go to church very often.
Pray for them to know God, right?
They know, they just don't pay attention.
Okay, they don't pay attention. So praying that they pay attention. So I was trying to think of something before Mass today, and I really couldn't. And this was the only silly thing I could think of. When I was a kid, when I was in 8th grade, there was this girl, and I really liked her. I prayed for years that God would make her like me. And he answered with a profound no. And I'm glad he answered no, because if he didn't, my life like this wouldn't be this life. It would be something totally different. So God answers our prayers. And I did pray unceasingly, like I said, for years, every night. I remember that. And he just kept saying, no, 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 no. And good thing for me. So we hear that in the gospel, pray always without becoming weary. And then we hear in the second gospel, there's a word there, persistent. Be persistent when it's convenient or inconvenient. So even when it's not convenient for us to pray, I'm too tired, or it's too early in the morning, or I'm too busy, I'll do it later. Take time to pray. God's telling us, pray always, whether it's convenient or not. Pray always. Cry out to me all the time. So we can become weary, though. So I was thinking, well, what does that mean, weary? Is it just tired? But I think it's more than that. I think we're weary when we are so broken, we are so sad, we are so hurt, and we just cry out, God, are you even listening to me? Why does this hurt so bad? If you're listening to me and you really care and love me, why do I hurt so bad? Why am I so sad? It's like he's not answering, like he doesn't care. We don't get what we ask for. Sometimes we don't get what we ask for because it's not good for us. But there are other times when somebody passes away. Why does this hurt? You can make this not hurt. Can't you just take care of it? Can't you just do this for me? Why do I have to suffer? And then we can get to the point, what's the use? Doesn't make any difference. I'm done. I'm tired. I'm weary. Forget it. I think that's what being weary means. So we get a clue, I think, from the first reading, what happens when we get weary. I think the lesson from Moses is you can't do it by yourself. He had Aaron and Hur helping him hold his arms up so he could win the battle. He didn't do it by himself. So I think we get weary when we try to do it by ourselves because we can't. So we need somebody else to pray for us so that we can pray. That's where all these small group things we do are so important. A group of people who are just praying for each other or for whatever the intention is. They pray, they support, they encourage so they don't get weary and don't just call it quits and give up. And it's because of our wonderful faith that we can pray and we can wait in hope. And our hope isn't something. Our hope is a person. Our hope is Jesus. You know, Jesus always has been and always will be faithful to us. He'll never turn away. He'll never abandon us, never leave us alone. Jesus wants to give us only what is best. Not what we ask for, but only what is best for us. And he does that just because he loves us. So because of our faith, we can persist. We can pray together without becoming weary. And we can cling to Jesus. Cling to him no matter what comes our way in life.